I'd like to invite any spirit who'd like to come and talk to me tonight through Kadira. You're welcome to do so right now. And if there's a group of you, just elect a spokesperson for your group and that person come and use Kadira's voice.
Hello.
Hello, what's your name?
My name is Maurice.
Maurice. Okay. When you were on the earth, Maurice, what year did you die?
I died in 1873.
Okay. How old were you when you died?
I was 56.
Okay. And where did you live mainly?
I lived in France.
Okay. You were born there?
I was born in France.
Right.
Yes.
Okay. So where have you come from tonight? You come from the first sphere?
Yes.
Okay. Are you on your own or have you got others with you?
There are others.
Okay. What do you all have in common?
We are men.
Mm.
We are men.
Yeah.
And we are noblemen.
Okay.
There are men who've been with this group since the 1500s.
Okay.
And we are all noble gentlemen.
Mm-hmm.
That is the thing we have in common.
Right. So, some of you have been there a long time, or most of you have been. What's it like where you are in the first sphere?
It is not so noble.
No.
We
How much light is there? That gives me the best idea. How much daylight, whether it's...
not a great deal.
Okay. Is it sort of like early morning or...
It is grey.
Okay.
You cannot see for long distances.
Okay.
And there is everything is kind of grey.
Mm.
The trees are grey.
There's no colour in anything.
The houses are grey.
Right.
Even our beautiful doublets are grey.
Right.
I don't know why that would be. We all like beautiful clothes.
Mm. Okay. In the first sphere, there's lots of different levels. 50 or 60, different levels.
We did used to be in a place where it was not so grey.
Oh, okay.
We do not know if this place has changed or if we somehow went here from the other place.
Yeah. Well, I'll explain to you
And
how.
why that would happen.
I'll explain to you how it all works. Where you are in the spirit world is dependent on your soul condition. Now, you're all spirits with a soul. The soul is the real you. Your personality, your emotions, your beliefs, your attitudes, all that sort of stuff, okay?
Yes.
So, when you're on earth, even from the time you first conceived, the time you spent in your mother's womb, that 9 months, and then as a young child and that, any emotions and that you didn't express, that you just sort of pushed down, and particularly with a lot of guys, different nationalities tend to do different things. Like the Italians, they express themselves more. A lot of the other countries don't, and particularly men, if they're sad, they don't cry. It's not,
no sadness, no crying.
No. So what do you do
if you knew what was good for you, no crying?
No, that's right. But the problem is, what that does is that lowers your soul condition, because you've still got the sadness there inside of you.
How could that be if we did not feel it?
Well, the problem is because a lot of nationalities are taught not to trust their feelings, not to feel their feelings. Some religions even teach that feelings are, things you don't have anything to do with.
Not to be trusted because they're from the devil.
So the religions say, but that's not the truth.
Yes. You blaspheme,
No.
Monsieur. Do you not believe in the good Lord Jesus Christ?
I believe in God, and I believe in Jesus, and I know that the Bible was written by the Roman Catholics, and there's lots of stuff in the Bible that is not the truth, and in fact that's documented in the Roman Catholic Church. They made decisions along the way. They had votes about what they were going to put in and what they would not, and what they would take out, and so on. So yes, there's lots of stuff. There's truths in the Bible, but a lot of stuff's been distorted, and a lot of other stuff has been put in there that should never have been put in there.
I think you should be careful what you say. There are some, not just nobles here, but princes of the church. After all, they're nobles, as you know.
Yeah. Okay.
Some of them are getting rather irate
Well,
with you at this moment. In fact, they might like to speak.
Okay. The thing is...
I've been asked to step down.
Okay.
And
Yep.
Cardinal Romulus wants to come.
Oh, okay.
If I'm allowed, I'll come back.
Okay.
Thank you.
I'll speak to Cardinal Romulus, please, through Kadira.
Monsieur,
Yes.
you are filling these souls with blasphemy and libelous untruths. How dare you, sir?
Why?
What are you trying to achieve? You will destroy these good men's faith.
Well, if I destroy what they believe, that's a great thing. If I destroy what you believe, that's a great thing. I've spoken
Have
to...
you no respect? I'm a cardinal of the church.
Yeah, I know. I've spoken to other cardinals prior to you.
I'm not interested in who you've spoken to before. I expect a little respect. I expect respect. I am a prince of the church. On God's right hand.
No. You don't even know how to talk to God.
How would you know?
Because if you did, you wouldn't be where you are. You're in a dark...
I don't like your tone of voice.
You're in a darkish place. Where did you expect to be when you passed?
I'm doing the work of God down here with these poor benighted souls.
Okay. Have you ever been...
Where else would I be but doing the work of God?
Have you ever been to a place any higher than
I hardly think that's your business.
Well,
where I've been.
I know where you've been.
Why are you asking me then?
No, I'm asking you. See, a lot of people, when they pass, whether they're cardinals or popes or whatnot, see, the longer you spend in the church and the higher you get up in the church, the more you degrade your soul condition.
Oh, please. What nonsense is this?
So there are parishioners of yours who will be way above you somewhere or other in the higher spheres.
Well, that's all right. Jesus descended into the hell, so have I.
But you can't go where they are.
Says who? I just choose not to.
You couldn't go there if you tried.
I could.
Really?
Really?
What's the top of the first sphere like?
It's very beautiful.
And the second?
Even more beautiful.
And the 10th?
That's for me to know, and you to find out, because you obviously aren't there.
No. But Azariel, who's with Kadira, has come from there.
So, what?
Let me just tell you this. How do you, well, I'll ask you a question first. How do you pray to God? How have you taught others your whole life how to pray?
We kneel, bow our heads in humility, fold our hands in the prayer position, open our hearts, and say our prayers to God, which could be Our Father who art in heaven, or it could simply be, Dear Lord God, I am your humble servant. Please make me an instrument of your goodness.
Okay. Now, if that is backed up by your emotions, God hears that. The only way we talk to God is through our emotions.
And you think I don't know this? I am a cardinal, I told you.
Well,
I am a qualified servant of God.
And you also said, what did you say about emotions originally?
I don't know, you tell me.
Most teachings from the church say emotions come from the devil.
Well, of course not love. We are speaking of love, are we not?
We're speaking of emotions, full stop.
Is love not an emotion?
Yeah.
And is that not the emotion that flows between God and a soul?
Well, there's two different kinds of love. There's natural love, the love that comes from within us, the love that we have for our children, our brothers, our sisters, our those that are around us. And as we become more loving and we become unconditional in our love, then the love that we have for everybody. There's another kind of love, divine love, the love that comes from God. Now, because God has given us a free will, He doesn't push His love on us. That would be going against our free will. So we need to ask for it. Now, the church never usually teaches that. But what we need to do, and this is something you can all do, you can all try right now. Everyone who's here, at the soul level, deep down, have a desire, a deep, deep desire to receive God's love.
This is nothing new.
Okay, well just...
We receive God's love every day.
No. How many times have you asked for it?
Often.
Okay, well that's good. Well, I'm speaking to everybody here in case people haven't done this. What I'd like you to do is just...
They receive God's love through our divine intervention.
No.
Yes, they do.
No.
You ask them.
That's what they've been taught, but that's a lie.
How dare you?
Every single one here can talk to God directly. They don't need anyone else in between.
If they want to...
Hmm?
If they want to get closer to God, then they speak with us.
No.
They do.
It doesn't help them get closer to God. You're no closer to God than anybody else.
Oh! You're obviously suffering from delusions.
No, you're the one that's in that kettle of fish. Listen, how about letting everybody just try this one thing?
I don't trust you.
Well,
I don't think they need to try.
Well, I'm telling all of them that they don't need anyone else between them and God. They can all individually just say, God, please give me your divine love, and God will. If they have that desire deep down in their soul and they open their hearts, they will receive God's love. You can all do that, every single one of you.
They're not going to do that.
Why?
Because we haven't told them it's okay.
Well, I'm telling them it's okay.
Well, they don't know you from a bar of soap. They do know us, and we've been with them for centuries. So why would they listen to you instead of me?
Because if they listen to you, they'll stay in the grey place they're in for another 1,000 years. If they listen to me, they'll move up to a brighter place. And if you choose to listen, so will you.
I don't need you, your silly words.
Well, how about you let Maurice come back and talk to me then? If
You're just going to corrupt his soul. I'll just stay here, thank you.
Well, I'm speaking to everyone here. The way we talk to God is through...
Don't listen to him. He's trying to corrupt your souls. Don't listen.
We speak through our emotions. You have that deep desire, and all you do is simply open your heart and say, God, please give me your divine love.
He lies.
You can all do that.
What you hear will be your imagination.
You can all do that right now. And
on peril of going to hell,
Cardinal...
do not do what he says.
The Cardinal actually see you all get brighter, because as you receive God's divine love, you will get brighter.
You are an evil man.
Tell me something.
God will make you suffer for this.
Who's the brightest?
Misleading.
Who's the brightest between me and you?
Souls.
Who's the brightest between me and you? Look in a mirror.
There are no mirrors here.
Well, I can arrange one. Amethyst.
Who's that creature?
That's what you look like.
Oh! Oh! No, it cannot be. You lie. That's not me. That's an evil being.
your soul has degraded to such a condition that that's what you look like.
Oh, hideous! Take it away.
Okay.
I'm leaving. Cannot stand this any longer.
I would like to help all of you. You're all in a grey place because your souls match that level. If you improve your soul condition, you'll immediately go to the next level up. Now, the problem with being noblemen, and I'm talking to all of you again, is the fact that you think you're above other people. You've had status while you were on earth, either from birth or from working your way up in the church or whatever, doesn't matter. But now in the spirit world you do not have that status. You do not have wealth. There is no money in the spirit world. Everyone is equal. So it takes a long time. I've spoken to many noblemen, and I think they're the ones that find it the hardest to realise that things aren't the same anymore in the spirit world. You need to let go of all of that stuff that you used to have on earth. You don't have that anymore. And the fact that you're all men probably means that you all have certain attitudes towards women that you need to change as well. Okay? So, is Maurice still there? Would Maurice like to come back and talk?
Hello.
Hello, Maurice.
That was a fairly traumatic experience.
Did you all get to see each other, see yourselves?
Yes.
Okay.
The princes of the church have all left.
I thought they would, yeah.
And some others as well. There's still a large group of people here.
Okay.
Who...
Now, did any of you work through the divine love thing, actually asking?
Yes.
Okay.
That was when the others left.
Okay.
And we can see our surroundings now.
Okay.
There is some colour here. But we do not know what to do next.
Okay, well the thing is, you are where you are at any point in time because of your soul condition. So as soon as you improve one little thing, it's a dynamic thing. You just immediately go to a better place.
I feel lighter.
Yeah. And so anything that's happened to you during your life, anything, particularly guys, don't cry. So
no, we were speaking of this as the beginning.
Yeah. So, yeah, there's sadness there. There's always something that happens in a person's life that makes you sad. But guys just push it down, stiff upper lip, that type of thing, and carry on. But it's still there. And so you need to go back and think about things that cause you sadness or caused you grief. Sometimes when loved ones pass or children die or what, there's all sorts of things that, and we don't really deal with it. And then there's all sorts of other things. Now, the things that degrade our soul condition are this. Any emotions that you haven't dealt with, if we've wronged other people and haven't said sorry, if other people have wronged us and we haven't forgiven them, attitudes. I just spoke just a minute ago about attitudes about women. If you're a group of men and there's no women there, it means usually that you have an attitude that women are second rate to men.
Well, monsieur, we French people love women, as you probably know. But they are delicate creatures. And unfortunately, they are inferior to men. And that is how we were raised and our fathers were raised and their fathers before them.
Oh, sure.
So what else were we to think?
But the thing is, now you need to change that belief and that attitude.
But we have not seen anything to the contrary in the behaviour of the women.
But the thing is, you won't see any women now until you change that belief.
But the women that we knew were like that.
Well,
they were like this. They were, how shall I say, they were...
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Needy and delicate flowers and needed to be protected. And as the men, that was our position. They had their position. It is our society gets on.
Yeah, well, as you say, it's a whole society thing. Women are brought up to be that way, really.
Yeah.
Whereas deep down inside they're not, at the soul level. And, different societies have these sort of ways of, if you talk to some of the tribal people, the men were the hunters and the guardians. The women did the cooking, the women did the planting in the field, the women did all the manual labour. The men were the overseers, the women had the babies. The men basically sat on their butts and did nothing except...
This sounds like the good life to me, no?
Well,
you're not like to sit on your butt while the other did the work? I think so.
Well, the thing is, in the spirit world, no one has to work. And so no one has to earn money. There is no money.
No.
And no one has to eat unless they want to. And so it's all that side of things is all quite different. But deep down, men and women are the same. They have, women are just as intelligent. But, there are natural feminine things that women like to do if it's taken out of that whole, way of being brought up context. But the thing is now, you need to get used to, okay, you're not noblemen anymore. You're the same as everybody else in the place. And you treat women as equals. Now, those two things
you're going to... You cannot treat women as equals if there are no women. How are we supposed to practice this?
Well, you can start having that attitude change about women.
Okay.
And then you'll be in a place where there are women. And I'll tell you what happens, because I've struck it before. Guys that have changed their attitudes towards women, they eventually got to a place where there's women. And as soon as they get into that place, they start treating women how they used to. And they immediately get bumped back down again to where they came from.
Oh, very nasty.
Because, as I said before, everything's dynamic in the spirit world. So if you improve your soul condition, you go up. But if you do something towards somebody else, you'll get bumped back down again. So just be aware of that.
Merci for the warning.
Yeah. Okay, so now the divine love thing. Did all of you actually do that and feel divine love? Okay, you're all a bit brighter on that, and you can see, okay. So you'll all go back to a different place now in the first sphere. And the Cardinal and all his mates will still be where they were. But, they'll come round. Might be in 1,000 years, but they'll come round. If there's no more questions.
That is all.
Okay. Well, you've got lots to work on. Work on your emotions, work on your attitudes.
There is one more question.
Yeah?
Do we have to keep coming back here to find the answers to problems that we come across?
No, you can ask...
Not that we are not grateful, we are very grateful.
No.
Thank you. And for exposing those rascals who were posing as our spiritual mentors.
Well, that's the whole problem with all the religions on earth. And in a sense, it's not their fault. There's some of those guys were born into families that were deeply religious, and the families sent them off to the priesthood, and then in the priesthood they worked their way up, and so they don't know any better. All they've learnt is what their parents taught them, and they've been teaching that to people ever since. And then you get people like the Cardinal that they end up in a worse position a lot of times because of the backstabbing and the power struggles and that they have to go through to get to the Cardinal position. It's not easy to get to that position. But still, they still believe really what they were taught as a young kid. So that's why I try and sort of be gentle but still be truthful, and they find that truth side of things very difficult because it just goes against what they've believed all their lives. But they know that in the year 325 the Roman Catholic bishops all met and had a vote on whether Jesus was God or not, and so they changed the Bible to reflect what the outcome of the vote. And then there's been things like that, and it's all documented in the Catholic Church, so they know about all of this stuff. But they just choose to believe that everything was in, and they see themselves as being servants of God. and they're not. They're servants of the church. There's a big difference. So,
Yes.
anyway, you don't have to worry about all of that mumbo jumbo anymore, and you just need to work on your own stuff. Forget about all the religious stuff. All you need to know is that God loves you.
Mm-hmm.
That's it. Full stop. Okay.
Thank you.
Okay.
Merci, monsieur.
No, you're welcome.
Bonne chance.
Night now. Bye.
Mm-hmm.